We've endured the fierce fighting at Colony 4, and learned that the consuls and Mobius are one and the same. Truths we took for granted continue to crumble at our feet. We have spent so long, blindly walking the path set before us without question. But we are more curious now, of our future selves, of our purpose.
So, split into 3 units, our main troops go wide, and first to make contact withdraws? What are you, a coward?
What was that?
Wait.
Huh?
That's Tyon.
I asked you what you said. You think I'm scared, is that it? I'll have you know my plan is textbook.
Drop it, Tyon.
Let go! Colony 13 is a complete enigma. Our data is incomplete.
It's just way too cautious, you clod. It's tedious and it's dull. Can you see that? If we don't eat now, we'll starve. We don't have the time to mess around.
What does...
Look, Tyche boy. I mean, we're Iron Lambda, yeah? The colony led by Commander Isard. And this is some no-name backwater. We hit from the side, and we hit hard. Am I wrong? What we need is momentum. Gotta play hard to win big.
Right, I see. One team draws the sentries away, then the main force can strike en masse, where the flank will be left loosely defended. Seems optimal.
Her hands.
Is that right, Tyon?
Huh? Yes. Correct.
All right. If that's your opinion, we'll approve it. Yes, Isard?
Yes. If you say it'll work, I trust you. Happy, Tyon?
Yes.
Commander, strategist. It's almost time. The new consul should be arriving from the castle soon.
Of course.
The
On my
new
way.
console?
My, that time already.
Nimue, why are you still using that gizmo?
Now that's not very polite, Isard. This mechanical gizmo is much more precise than the iris clock. And unaffected by the black fog. Right,
Interesting.
Tyon?
Huh? Right.
The console's not gonna like that. I have a feeling. They don't want them using things that they can't control.
I can't see a thing! Sergeant! Where are you? Sergeant! What? What's going on?
Huh. Somebody's stealthy. Who is that? Oh, they're under attack.
There should be an exit through the southern water vein. Head straight for that.
And you, ma'am?
We'll hold the line here, keep them occupied.
Begging your pardon, that's idiocy and certain death.
Tyon,
You can't.
you all still have a future. Until the day of your homecoming, please just live.
Nobody has a future.
And here,
Oh, he kept it.
I couldn't. I won't. Don't do this, ma'am.
listen. I need you to live, Tyon. You must. Flee for the colony.
Tyon, get moving! Hurry!
How? How can I?
Tyon!
Ma'am! Ma'am! Nimue!
shouldn't have put so much stock in your irises, Kay. That is what you get.
It's just bad luck. The plan was sound. If not for the black fog.
It's all about the skin feel. You've only got eyes up front. That's why Kay lost. Sounds, the air, breathing. When you can feel all that, you don't need the iris.
And for all that, you still flunk back, tail between legs. Are you forgetting that fact?
He's awful forgetful, isn't he? So, I'm still breathing, and I had a ball with them kids, right until I had to scupper.
Excuses a ten a penny.
Those look like
What are you implying?
Medusa's snakes.
Excuse me? Is this a private party or can I interject? I was thinking I might head out alone next. Is that allowed?
You want to see with your own iris, eh?
Pretty much. Plus there's Izzard and Colony Lambda, right? It'll be an extremely amusing situation, don't you think? Yeah, we'll have fun, I'm sure.
Trying to see if there's like some other sort of symbolism with their masks. He kind of looks like a jester. But then one of them looked like Medusa. Goodest of mornings. Morning, Manana. Okay, everyone's here. We got word from Ethel a little while ago. There's something she wants to tell us, and we should go to the council room to hear it. Very well. We should say thanks for this tent, at least. Okay, let's go see what Ethel has to say then. So you guys were originally affiliated with Colony 9 and Colony Gamma, is that right? It must have caused quite a stir when word got out that they produced rebels. Do you think they're okay? Somehow I highly doubt that. I wish we could go and check. Yeah, if the consuls have any say, I feel like they're probably in trouble. Smashing a flame clock. Smashing a flame clock is basically a signal to the castle that you're defying them, right? They already knocked us down to dirt rank. I shudder to think what the consequences might be this time. The ranks are interesting too, and I kind of want to know why they have those ranks. Hey, you'd better not just be ignoring those supply drops that come down. Don't trouble yourself too much over who they're meant for. Just get in and get the goods. Nothing I won't do to get them. Pretty much everyone will be out to get those supplies. Could easily turn into a mad scramble.
You lot sleep all right?
Yeah, like a log. Thanks for the room. You cleaned it out just for us.
Don't sweat it. Just a token from us higher-ups. My iris's clock. I couldn't quite believe it. So I went outside and hunted down a Hox as a test.
And?
Didn't get snuffle. The flame clock didn't show, and neither did any motes. Looks like it's real.
Yeah. We were baffled too, at first.
Anyway, we're all thankful to you. Flame clocks don't work so good when you're dirt. Hated having to worry about when my number might be up.
Wait, dirt? I thought Ethel's rank was silver. It was when she saved our hides, wasn't it?
Well, stuff happens.
Oh, so she was dirt prior to this.
Call him the Smouldering. The greatest warrior in all of Agnes. And the commander loves to spar with the guy.
I know him. They say his spear technique is unparalleled. That, and he's an ace for honest pilot. Wow. So Kamaravi and Ethel were rivals.
That's right. We fought against him who knows how many times now. Took our share of damage, but then so did they. At one time, one of his Phoronis' knee joints blew clean out. Well, most likely it was a failure of maintenance. The commander could have ended it then and there. But no.
Telling other people's tales again? Not very endearing.
Yeah, the consuls
Cut
aren't
it
going to
out.
want that.
Commander! Apologies.
Mom.
I'm joking.
Ethel?
It became a tremendous scandal. The castle stripped our colony of our silver rank, demoting us to dirt. But look. They were made the lowest of the low, and still they chose to stick by me, even though it meant having to live day to day. That is why I must prevail over him.
Huh? But you're...
Free from the yoke of the flame clock, yes, certainly. However, this is another matter.
What is it about then?
Hunger, pride, desire, joy maybe. It's a little hard to put into words, but something along those lines. I haven't all the time in the world, and my troops understand this full well. For me, well, all of us, really. A rematch with Kamaravi is everything. And that will give purpose to the remainder of our lives.
A purpose to life.
Right, okay. On an emotional level, I could understand.
Wow, really?
I didn't say I agreed. I just see her point of view, that's all.
All right now, let's put a pin in the philosophizing. When we talked last night, you said your destination was Sword March, as I recall.
Right.
Come along.
So they lost the ability to connect the flame clock and noticed that nothing has really changed, which I think is interesting because clearly nobody actually needs the flame clock. That's just something they were told. I guess also she's insinuating that she hasn't had her homecoming yet. I guess I thought she was older than them and that she had already used up her 10 years, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
This right here is Sword March. Well, that part is common knowledge, I suppose. To get there, you have a few possible routes. Mainly the northern and the southern. And then the direct route cutting through the ocean vortex.
Which seems
dangerous.
dangerous.
Say. That works.
Nobody's done it before.
Such a tease.
You can try to approach it from sea or from air. But as soon as you're close to it, you'll end up being ripped to shreds. Trust me, it's not just the waves and the wind. We believe there's some other force at play there. And so, through elimination then, these two. And quite frankly, I wouldn't advise going north.
Why's that?
The road's dangerous, and it runs right past Agnes Castle territory. You'd have a hard time getting through.
Tyan, turns out you were right.
As always.
Additionally, you are Ouroboros. If you face another colony, you may find the same thing happening as did with us.
I'd feel safe betting on it.
If you go south, the battle lines are relatively fixed. If you can proceed along this route, you'll get there in about 2 months.
2 months.
But
there's more?
even if you reach the sword, this city, yes? It's hard to believe you would find it there. It seems far-fetched.
How so?
Once, we had to advance across this region ourselves. It was empty. Nothing but the sword piercing the landscape. And then, there's that word you mentioned, city. What could that possibly mean?
Oh.
Is it a person?
Wait,
or a thing?
They don't know what a city is.
When Guernica talked about it, it sounded kind of like a colony?
I was pretty sure it was an object.
Will you still go there?
They don't know what a
regardless?
city is.
Yeah.
They've only ever known colonies.
That was the idea. For a chance to live on.
Dang.
Then there's no more to say. Boliaris.
Mom?
Our guests will be leaving soon. Let's give them any assistance we can.
No worries.
I hate that, like...
Feel free to use the facilities here at your leisure. Get ready for what's ahead.
I hate that, like, it seems like she's sending them off, but she's just gonna do what she needs to do and probably do her homecoming and stuff. Like, I hate this.
Mimi? Relax. We're just doing what Ethel said. Just using the facilities at our leisure. You have to eat, else you won't grow. It's just... Don't let them get to you. Yeah?
Aww.
Hey.
Oh, no.
What is this?
It used to belong to my friend. He always wore it till last year. Yes, he died, fighting against Colony Psi. You animals killed him. Shot him right here. Clean through.
You're wrong. We're actually from Colony Gam... Mimi, what?
It doesn't matter to him.
If that's what you want, go ahead and shoot. It's not like I'm a hard target.
Now we're talking. Oh, what? You're nearly done anyway. Well, then keep your lousy embers. Die today or in 3 months' time. Not much difference. Just mind you don't get poisoned before your time's up.
What a jerk. So uncalled for.
Senna, it's fine. He was right. We did kill people. Maybe not his friend, but certainly others.
We had no choice. If we hadn't have, we'd be goners.
That's the problem.
We had no choice. Yeah, that was clear until now. But not anymore. Right?
Uh-huh.
There's a chance we can make amends. Even if we're misunderstood.
On the house. Eat your fill, friend.
Aww.
Huh?
We're dirt rank, remember? Life ain't easy here. But you did help. Besides, you gave us a choice.
They haven't had that before.
The choice not to fight. Now, we won't have to take others' lives. I've wished for this. And you made it true. Thanks for that.
Aww. Now you get all the burritos. Okay, so what now? I believe the southward route is currently blocked by a rockfall. I would estimate that clearing it will take some time. I guess we'll just have to wait till it's done. Guys, can I say something? Huh, sounds heavy. I've been thinking, and I think there might be something else that we could try. You mean about Colony 4? It's hardly your responsibility. Tyon, it's not quite like that. I mean, if I see someone in trouble, I just want to help them. Maybe it's not a sense of responsibility exactly, it's more like a natural reaction. Oh, you feel that even for a former enemy. That's how I feel about it, right now at least. Mimi, your heart's big enough for everyone to have a slice. Okay, well, no time like the present. Let's do something to help. Yeah, why not? Ethel helped us out way back after all. Now we've got a chance to give something back, right? I suppose it'll help us earn their trust, and kill a bit of time, maybe. I think Mimi's right. Guys, thanks. Yay, side quest time! I don't know, I just really like side quests. Right, well, that was heartwarming to be sure, but what are we going to do to help exactly? Lance, you need to expend some mental energy on it yourself instead of blurting questions. I get this may be tricky for you. Hey, watch it, buddy. Well, if we're going to do that, perhaps a little intelligence gathering is in order. Yeah, I guess we gotta. It's one thing to want to lend a hand, another to know where to stick it. I guess we'd better ask the colony then. Still feeling weird about this? No, it's just... What, worried about helping the bad guys? It's a bit late for that, love. Aw, she called her love! She told her not to do that. Anyway, if anyone tries to stir the pot again, we'll just punt them under Alevness, right? And by we, I mean Lance, obviously. I'd like to call Ixnay on the punting if it's not too much bother. I'm afraid it would get quite messy. Come on, it was just a figure of speech, mate. Okay then, everyone good to start asking around the colony to find out how we can help? Yeah, let's do it. Side quest time. So this is all just the fact that they don't know what cities are, and like, it's so hard to listen to all of them talk to each other like this, like how much they hate each other and like the racism and just because they didn't have a choice. Like they were forced to do this. They didn't have to be enemies, but they are because of what I guess Mobius decided, and it's really sad. I hope you'll stop by the canteen again. Anyone with an empty stomach gets a warm welcome here. Thanks. We love your cooking too. No, come on. It's not all that. But seriously, I'll even slip you a few freebies on the house if I've got enough ingredients in. I love how like some people are already starting to come around too, though. Quite a few of the troops want you to be expelled from the colony, but I don't think they're driven by malice. It's just fear and confusion that has clouded their judgment. You should give them a fair hearing, or see if you can lend a hand somehow. Maybe you'll win their hearts and minds that way. If you give them a reason to fix their misunderstandings, I'm sure they'll make the effort. Thanks, Solon. We'll give that some serious thought. It's ridiculous how many monsters are crawling around here. Also, have the wounded still not returned to active duty? It was foolish of us to set up a base here. Oh, okay, so I just have to listen to them. Ah, you must be the ones Ethel told us about. Yeah, that's us. I'd love to give you a proper welcome, but unfortunately my hands are somewhat tied right now. Truly sorry. We have a lack of personnel, dwindling medical supplies, and the patients won't stop arriving. Things really have been rough ever since we dropped to dirt rank. Not enough medical supplies, huh? So it would appear that kind of problem calls for swift handling. Alessandra, thanks for the heads up. Oh, now I have to go to a rest stop. A rest stop? What is this, the highway? I need to go to a rest spot and talk to everybody about this.
It's a problem.
The flame clock might be gone, but we still have the mark left on our bodies. I don't have anything really solid to base this on, but I think life energy and our time here in the flesh are distinct. But never mind that right now. What I am sure of is that we owe you so much thanks for this life without constant war. Yeah, they are. I think they are different. I think they're just using it as a way to get y'all killed. Injuries from local monsters, trouble owing to the colony's location. There were also some more urgent cases with more wounded appearing by the day. Yeah, the medic team seems super busy. It sounded like they couldn't provide adequate care, so they had always more patients coming in. I got the feeling they could deal with the staffing problem if they didn't also have a not enough stuff problem. You mean if they had, like, drugs and bandages? Those kinds of medical supplies are difficult to craft without specialized facilities. Well, we're in the arse end of nowhere, and therefore bang out of luck. Precisely. It's only a matter of time before all of the supplies start running out. Spark it all. So what? We're up a creek with no paddle? But we have to do something. Ah, hang on. No, that wouldn't. Or would it? Tyon, if you got something to say, then do, or by the Queen's knuckles, I'll slap you. Yes, but, then again. What is it, Tyon? Did you come up with something? First of all, I have to say, there's no guarantee. Spit it out, man. We can work out the kinks later. I hear you. Then let's leave this instant. You what? Oi, where are we off to now? Galgar's Manir. If we're lucky, we might make it in time. In time for what? You're not making sense. I said we have to go this instant. I'll explain when we get there. You need drop it. Let's just do as he says. I mean, Tyan's pretty smart. I think we'll probably get this figured out. Hero quests. So this is a new type of quest.
Hey, you lot! Got a second?
Sure.
What's up, Balearis?
It's the commander.
What's the commander?
Well, I haven't seen her for ages. Do you know where she is?
I don't think we've seen her.
Are you sure? You haven't seen her at all? Think very carefully. She wouldn't hesitate to die for the colony if it came down to it.
Let's calm down. I'm sure we'll find her.
She'll bear any burden alone, however heavy. Look, if anything would have happened to her, then... Colony 4, then... we'd be...
Okay. Calm down.
We got this. Sorry if you hear the dogs again.
Sorry. Got carried away.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Look, if you see her, just tell me, okay? Sorry to have kept you.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I have an emote on Twitch of my dog barking and howling because of this. This is a I see another dog walking down the street bark. And it's more of a scream and a howl because he's part husky. And then my other dog tries to join in, but she's not part husky, so she just sounds kind of pathetic. But they're going to kind of be doing this from time to time because this is what they do. So just some extra background noise for you, I guess. Have friends sample delight of yummy mixed veg torpedo wrap. Pinnacle of cuisine of dirt. Recommended much. Oh, is that what that burrito thing was? Huh, I never knew. Those were pretty tasty, right, Mimi? We'll have to tell Manana about this. I'm sure it'll inspire her cooking, too. Ooh, maybe we got a recipe for her? Those Ouroboros or whatever they are sure know their way around a blade. They were kind of unreal, weren't they? What in the ever-loving flames are they? New topic available. Changes. Oh, okay. So I can go talk about that now. I will eventually get to this quest. I'm just having some ADHD right now. Looks like wrecking a flame clock isn't enough to make everyone be like us. Yeah. They don't have to worry about the clock, but everything apart from that stays the same. Guess it's just us that can interlink, change blades, and so on. Bit of a shame, though, isn't it? The trick with using other blades is pretty spark and useful. Lind, have you got comfortable with using Senna's blade yet? Yeah, more or less. I'll tell you this, though. Bashing enemies around with that thing is a real bloody kick. Oh, hey, here's a thought. Why don't we all try using Senna's blade at once? Offense is the best defense, right? We'd be done in no time. Done and dusted as husks on the ground, yes. What do you mean? Attackers like Senna can only focus on the offense when they've got a defender to cover them. You have to maintain a balance in team composition. Going all in on any one role would risk a total defeat. Defeat? What? Yeah, no, I'm sorry, you're right. It's exactly as you say. Here's what we do then. Tyan, you do the defender thing and everyone else grabs Senna's blade. Better, yeah? Well, were you even listening to me? Or does the word balance have too many syllables for you? Oh, we get XP for talking about these too. Okay.
Ethel?
Oh, it's you.
What are you doing here?
That's what I was.
Wait, look over there.
Oh, a supply drop. Okay.
That sound.
Oh, it's over there.
Already. Was that a supply drop?
Yes, sent from Agnes.
How can you tell?
We got word that an advanced troop from Agnes had been seen in the area. And if they're in the middle of enemy territory, it has to be due to some kind of operation.
I feel like that's a great way to get them caught. Because obviously if the other side sees it fall, wouldn't they just camp out there and wait for them?
The supply drop must be timed for the arrival of a main force.
Funnily enough, it's that supply drop we're after.
Did you know about the Agnian troops, Tyon?
I've known about the presence of Agnian forces in this region for a while. I could never verify that supplies were being dropped, but I won't say I didn't suspect.
Oh, yeah? Well, looks like you can verify it now.
From the way that you're talking, it sounds as though you're after supplies too.
Well, medical supplies specifically. We thought Colony 4 might need them.
I see. Then it looks as though we happen to have the same goal.
Really?
Boliaris was looking for you. You didn't actually come alone, did you?
I actually did. Your understanding of the situation is correct. And I can't risk any more casualties.
So you thought you'd go and take care of this yourself, huh?
In that case,
I said I couldn't afford any more casualties, and that includes you.
Okay, but we want to
I
help.
appreciate that you're willing, but Colony 4 is my responsibility.
We want to work with you, Ethel.
Be that as it may.
we've already made our minds up. That's why we're here.
You might end up having to cross swords with people from your own country.
Talking about avoiding casualties. You know that includes you too, Ethel, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Like, you're super important for that colony. Oh, I get what it meant by hero quest now, because we get heroes that can join us. So I think this is how we are going to be getting her.
I yield. I can't very well refuse you now.
Don't worry, Ethel. We're not who we used to be.
Yeah, we won't drag you down.
Then if we're agreed, let's hurry and pick up those supplies.
Apologies. And thank you all.
Oh.
Hey, something's not right.
What do we do?
No time to daydream. We have to hurry.
Well, she's already going. Okay.
Ethel!
You're right, Noah. We have no time to waste. Let's rout those new.
She's so cool.
Phew. Glad that's over.
Yeah, just one thing left.
How about we don't kill them?
Ethel.
Huh.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Take your wounded and get out.
Huh.
Leave now. Did I do the right thing just now?
Yes.
As a Kavesi commander?
Don't worry about that.
There was never a reason for any of us to fight in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
You did the right thing, in my opinion.
The actions you believe to be correct don't always lead to good outcomes. Some situations aren't salvageable. That's the nature of war. It's beyond anyone's control.
Ethel?
I do think it's actually in somebody's control, though.
I'm sorry. What a tedious thing to talk about.
No, you're fine.
We'll recover the supplies and head back to Colony 4. I'm afraid I'll need you all a while longer.
God, I want to know more about her story. I'm sure we'll get there at some
I
point.
really hope we find some medical supplies.
I know it's grim, but it needs doing.
Commander? Commander! Commander
This poor
Ethel!
guy. He's probably been like a worried mom the entire time.
I look for you everywhere. Where in blazes were
No,
you?
seriously. He's a worried mom. I love him.
I went to fetch medical supplies. Distribute them to the med team.
Yes, Mom, I'll... wait. No. Oh, no, no, you don't.
No, she did.
I'm sorry for making you worry. Just, please. I did this for everyone.
I understand your feelings, but... well, I suppose at least you're unharmed.
That's twice you've helped me out. I owe you another one.
Nah, don't worry about it. We were acting of our own free will.
Then to reward your efforts, I'll work on getting our injured up and about again. Come, Boliaris.
Coming.
Ethel.
What's wrong, Noah?
I was thinking about what you said. The actions you believe to be correct don't always lead to good outcomes. If someone like you says it, then I don't doubt it's probably true. But back then, you helped us. You saved us. You risked your life. Thanks to you, we're alive right now. I can say with certainty that's a good outcome. That's the only thing I'm certain of, actually.
Yeah, it's true. There's a lot to be uncertain of right now.
Noah, you...
And we never properly thanked you.
Aw.
Huh, so we didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Just slipped our mind.
Silvercoat Ethel, we want to formally thank you for your courage.
Oh man, she probably needed to hear this too. She's been through a lot.
I can hardly recognize the three of you.
They're all grown up.
I'll continue to do my best to live up to my nickname.
But maybe don't worry about what the flame clock says or the consoles or anything like that, because it's all BS.
Another bit thinner, I think.
Best bath ever. You taking a dip, Mimi? It's nice and warm.
I might skip today. Wasn't really a sweaty one.
What? How can you miss a hot bath opportunity? Then again, I guess when you smell so nice already, maybe it's no problem.
Oh my god.
Are you, embarrassed about other people seeing you? There's no need to be. Miss Ethel thought of everything. She even managed to give us a window when the bath would be empty.
Ah, yes. I did know that. I guess maybe I will take a dip.
Atta girl.
Okay. Don't wait for me.
All right, then. Have a good one. And good night.
Sana's so dang cute.
Good night, Sana.
I want to adopt her. They should be finished clearing the landslide soon. We'll be able to set out to the Ribby Flats. Colony 4's engineers are excellent. They took care of that faster than I thought they would. I guess we'll be saying bye-bye to Colony 4. Ethel and the others have been good to us. I'd like to see her before I go. Yeah, I want to do that too. I guess we all should. Let's go mob command. Bam Bam encounters super strong Bunnet. Almost became Bam Bam Schnitzel. But Mega Bunnet looked just like normal Bunnet. Bam Bam never hear of such things, so not to be fooled by cute whiskerings. I saw an old Pharaonis gathering dust in Daneg Desert. It's busted and won't work anyway, right? No point in even going then. Oh, I bet you we want this, though. The secret to Ethel's strength is in her talent art. Her attack power goes up every time she uses it. Read the flow of battle well, and she's virtually unparalleled as an attacker. That said, she might end up inadvertently drawing enemies' attention in the process. Defenders have to be equally vigilant.
Can we talk?
It seems Milik Meadows isn't the only place with a rusted-out Pharaonis, huh? Yeah, if I had to guess, I'd say they're scattered all over Ionios. What bothers me is how totaled they are. Surely that can't be standard practice, right? Feronis come in different Flameclock ranks. If they aren't used to their strengths, the defeat can be crushing. Retrieval and transportation of Feronis comes with costs. Leaving it to rot on the field can sometimes be simplest. And then it turns into a monster breeding ground. Man, that makes my blood boil a bit. But even abandoned, they can contain a wealth of supplies. I think they'll prove useful on our journey. For sure, if we see one anywhere, we should make an effort to check it out.
I have to ask, before you go, why is it that you stick together?
Given what's what, we pretty much have to.
Considering how everybody attacks us on sight now.
At this point, I suppose, it just panned out this way.
You really think so? That's not really how it looks to me.
Well, one thing's for sure. We were sworn enemies once. And yet, we all share the will to live in the now. Before becoming Ouroboros, I never realized. But that common will, it was reason enough to stick together.
I see. Not everyone makes the choice to fight willingly. Lance said that you have to. Well, right now every one of us has to. There's no question it would be better if they didn't. Your journey may have started out of necessity, but now you're pushing forwards towards a common goal. And that might be all we want, and all that we wish the world could be.
What we wish it could be.
You're heading out as well?
As soon as we're done here, I'll make for the castle.
Oh no.
What?
You forget, I am the commander. We haven't revolted against our nation, so I have to report in.
Ethel, are you sure?
Oh, don't worry. I'll be leaving you out of it.
That's not it. The consul earlier turned Mobius. Were it to...
If you mean that monster, I'm well aware of the risk.
Oh no.
Then why?
Because it's my responsibility to those I command. As for the consul, we can say he died in an accident.
I don't think that's gonna work. I think they already know.
Now that the consul and Flameclock are both lost to us, I have to make a report, and not over comms. I have to requisition more supplies, too.
And what if they fit you with a new clock?
I can worry about that then.
Ethel...
You're fine with it? Really?
I really don't think she should be doing
Don't
this.
get preoccupied with us. Keep to your path. Follow it, wherever it may lead you. Life is short.
I suppose.
Hey, while we're all still here, one more word of warning. The consul was attempting to remove you from the picture. In light of that, you'll likely come up against hostility. But listen, you should keep engagement to a minimum. Kevis or Agnes. That goes for both of them.
Yeah, we've been trying that.
But if we break their clocks, just like with Colony 4 here, they would... well, they would be free, wouldn't they?
You'd do well to remember not everyone thinks the same as I do. Even within this colony, many still haven't come to accept their new reality.
Which is also why I think she's in trouble if she goes to the castle. Somebody's gonna tell on her.
To make things even more fraught, in other colonies, there are those who are more than willing to fight, as you'd expect.
So it's no use appealing to their sense of compassion, or hoping they'll treat us fairly. Was that it?
Yes, precisely. You will change the fate of others just by virtue of coming into contact with them. It's quite the burden. You may not want the responsibility.
A burden, perhaps.
All that said, you get embers on your coat, you have to brush them off. If push comes to shove, do not flinch. Do whatever it takes, for the greater good. I wish you all a smooth and fruitful journey.
I don't know. I feel like she's gonna die. I hate this.
Ouroboros, huh? If only we could have been there as well.
I mean, she's got to be at the end of her terms. I don't know. We should check out the route data again. Make sure we're on the right path. We're on course for Sword March. But first we'll need to take the southeast road through Ribby Flats. Ah, yes. That's the route that Ethel recommended. Correct. She said the battlefronts are pretty static at the moment, but do we have any intel about colony deployment? As far as Ethel and Colony 4 is concerned, we've got a pretty good idea, but what about any others? I wouldn't expect any shenanigans all the way out here. In any case, we mustn't let our guard down along the way. Danger could be lurking anywhere in the background, so insecurity stalks us. Not much we can do about that, though. Come on, man, we'll muddle through. Let's hope so. Hey, I mean, if we run into another colony, it isn't necessarily a bad thing. Are you sure about that? It doesn't matter if we run into Agnes or Kevis. Either one would mean getting into a dust-up. True, but what I meant was, if we destroyed their flame clock, we'd set everyone free like we did for Colony 4. Easy to say. Well, sure, I mean, if conditions allow it. If we're brushing off embers, we'll have no choice in the matter. That's right. Hey, maybe it's better if we put off worrying about that until the time comes. Uni's speaking sense there. True, we can just react to events as they happen. Play it by ear. Gotcha. I'll apply myself to that.